Hey everybody, I've got a quick Cleanspark update for you. We're going to go into what just recently happened. They did purchase some miners here. And I want to quickly mention that one of my high conviction stocks did just report earnings, and things are definitely looking good there. So if you want to watch that video, I'll leave it down below for you or at the end screen or something. But let's get into this Cleanspark update. I'm going to look at this news. We're going to check out the chart. Now if you don't mind hitting the like, I definitely appreciate it. And if you're new here, subscribe for more content. But let's get into Clsk stock. Now we did just get an update last night that Cleanspark is planning on purchasing 20,000 Bitcoin miners, the latest generation miners. And this is actually expected to increase their capacity by 37%, which adds 2.44 exahash once they're all installed. This brings up the total number of machines purchased during the bear market to about 46,500. Going into this, they bought these 20,000 miners at a discount, at a 25% discount, and they expect to pay roughly $32 million for them. Now these are actually the Pro Plus models, which are 22% more productive than the Antminer S19J Pros, which they currently own. And as for expectations on when they'll start getting these miners, these batches are expected to be delivered by the manufacturer to the company's mining campuses by the end of May. And delivery should be starting as early as next month. After these new miners are all operational, they do expect, as I said, 2.44 exahash, adding to their existing 6.6 exahash, bringing them to nearly 9 exahash, which is about a 37% increase. And as said by the CEO, Zach Bradford, building and owning our own mining campuses at multiple locations provides us with a level of agility and reliability that cannot be achieved otherwise. As machines are delivered to us, we will have rack space waiting for them at one of our sites. And this is the advantage of proprietary mining, or the prop mining model. Now, they actually did go into detail on this in their earnings call, and they mentioned they will continue with their current co-hosting facility, but as we know, they have their own fully owned and operated facilities as well. But one thing you'll get out of their previous earnings is they were really focused on proprietary mining, not too much on co-hosting, but they are going to continue with their co-hosting of the 50 megawatt facility that they are currently co-hosting with until those miners running there reach their end of life. Now the S19J Pro Plus and other models in the same ASIC generation as the higher priced S19 XPs continue to be more attractive to the company in the current market conditions than the XPs because of their better return on investment. Therefore, the S19J Pro Plus delivers 122 terahash per machine and saves an average of 2 joules of energy per terahash, meaning a more efficient model. But let me know how you guys feel about this recent acquisition of more miners. And we're already kicking the new year off right. We're already on our track to get to that 16 exahash as they promised by the end of 2023. And I just wanted to mention something real quick as a side note. You know, their January mining update was the best we've seen yet. And one thing to consider was throughout January, they sold their Bitcoin at an average of 19,000. Well, where's Bitcoin at right now? It's almost pushing 25,000. And even if we pull back to 22, they'll still be selling their Bitcoin in our February update at a much higher price than January. So we should see an increase in revenue month over month. And I do think the trajectory is set to start seeing quarterly increases in revenue as Bitcoin continues to climb in price. But let's move on here and take a quick look at the chart. So one thing I wanted to show you here is they are continuing this upward trajectory. They did find support here on this trend line that they've been following, and they are approaching the 200 EMA. We may find resistance here. The RSI is becoming overbought, not there yet, but it will get there as we push up towards this 200 EMA, and it may take a while until these EMAs flip. I personally see the psychological $4 as a strong resistance point, and it's going to take a while until we can break that, in my opinion. Either some really good news or just cooling down on the charts, being able to kind of reset the RSIs and being able to get our next leg up. But just like many small caps, things have been looking good ever since the beginning of this year, and I do expect by the end of this year we will be at a much higher stock price. But there could of course be some headwinds in the way. The Fed may raise rates even more than expected, and it does seem like that's the trajectory we're going, considering CPI is still relatively high and we are still quite a ways from our 2% target inflation. And of course, Bitcoin, if we have a pullback, Cleanspark could see some pain as well, but things have been looking good, and I do expect to see some good mining updates moving forwards, especially as they continue to increase their exahash. But thanks as always for watching, guys. Just figured I'd give you this quick update, let you know what's going on with Cleanspark. They're already off to a good start here, acquiring more miners just at the beginning of this year. And call me crazy, but I personally have a feeling this next quarter is going to actually be a really good quarter, and we're going to be seeing, moving on forwards, an increase in revenue and eventually profitability. My guess is by the end of this year, if not early 2024. But what say you? Do you think Cleanspark's on its way up? Do you think it's going to pull back before we start moving higher? Or do you think this is a dead stock? Always appreciate your comments. Thanks as always, guys, and have a good day.